Hey, this is Steve Jackson's Sorcery! Part 4, Episode 3. My name is Dr. Nought, and today we've got 3 options. Wait a minute, wait! Sorry, I had a fuzz on my mic. Okay, we have 3 options. We've got to go either the East Road, which is east, the main gate, which is stupid, or rather, the side path, which is west. We shall do that. You follow the path past the main gate and around the curving stone wall of the fortress. The sun has reached its highest point now. The path opens out here into a wide plateau, directly beneath a guard turret. Crossing it will leave you quite exposed and visible. Okay, let's look up. You shield your eyes against the sun as you look up at the turret. At the top is a sentry post that would offer an excellent view across the landscape. Yeah, they got a lot of skulls and stuff. Spikes. The guard stands, leaning on a staff, looking out over the land below. I think there are 2 also. I don't know about that. What kind of spells do we have? Do we have something that makes us invisible? I feel like we don't, but might as well look. F-A-L, float in the air. Nope. I like how fall is floating in the air. Y-U-S. Sense danger. Wait, rather it's S-U-S. On S. Y-A-Z. Yeah, we don't have a pearl ring. Invisibility would be the best. I don't think going this way is the best then, huh? Z-I-E. Or teleportation, that would be fantastic. Maybe going this way is not the best. Well, unfortunately now, running for it is my only option. You trust to luck and race across the plateau. A moment later, you hear a bugle sound. Did someone see you, or is it unrelated? You cannot be certain. Let's keep going. Even if we get captured, that will help, right? You follow the path further along the curve of the mountainside. Far below, a river rushes at the foot of the deep chasm that opens 2 steps to your left. Thin heat beats down from an empty sky. Let's look at everything. The wall of the fortress is built from blocks of stone of a size you haven't seen since the ruined steps down into the Bachlands. They must have been carried and laid by enchantments. No creature could have assembled them on the edge of this precipice, with such a narrow space to work. At the end of this path, a side gate is set into the wall. The side gate is no main entrance, but it is still impressively large. You look down into the chasm. Stone-black water rushes far beneath, tearing through the underground chasms that skewer the mountain's roots like the rot in an old man's gums. You turn your attention back from the gate and scan over the wall for handholds, but with each block so large there are not enough crevices to climb, and the wall is high as well, tall enough to keep out the prying eyes of a giant. Path follows the chasm edge. Yeah, I don't think there'd be a way to climb this thing. That'd be very dumb. They keep giving us the option back here, and I'm wondering if someone's just waiting for us to capture us. But let's just go this way anyway. Avoiding the watchful eyes of the birdmen circling above the ramparts, you sneak towards the door. The side gate is much smaller than the main gate and is probably used for patrols. The sun is beginning to lower and the air begins to cool. Why would I hide behind a bush? Let's just do it. You hide behind a nearby bush, about 10 feet away from the door. Nothing happens. You continue to crouch behind the bush. You feel quite safe, but you are not making any progress. You toss a nearby rock at the door from inside the bush. A moment later, the door opens and a guard pokes his head out. You toss a pebble to the guard's left, and it strikes the wall just out of sight. The guard shouts, and a second guard emerges. The pair walk around the corner to investigate the noise. Oh boy. Creeping across the bare ground, you slip behind the 2 guards and into the doorway. You breathe a sigh of relief, only to notice a 3rd guard in front of you, wide-eyed with surprise. You'll have to finish him off quickly before the other 2 return. Let's go with a 6. Oh, what is that, you weakling? With a roar, the Black Elf guard lifts his sword and charges, determined to slice your to pieces. My what? There is no time for patience. You thrust your sword towards his torso as he tries to keep you away with a jab. Oh, that's fortunate. You lunge forwards again. With the strength to shatter a tree trunk, you attack. The black elf guard is open, swinging so recklessly, he cannot defend himself. The guard stumbles. He is weakening. Let's defend here. You trying to put space between you, or maybe I am trying, as the black elf guard swipes his blade. You duck and roll. You are largely unhurt. He raises his blade against his chest. Ah. Alright. Taking a chance, you rush in, hoping to trap the black elf guard on your blade. Rushing forward, you target a straight lunge for his heart. He flicks your blow heavily away, and a infuriating expression appears. He is unharmed by your stab. Let's do this. Expecting an attack, you raise your guard. As the black elf guard lunges forward, you parry neatly. His wary eyes follow your sword point. So, attack! Oh, nice. Stealing your courage, you rush forwards. You stab. What? Black elf guard parries at a snail's pace. The guard's eyes are bloodshot and panicked. I don't think I can do enough here. Yeah, no way. Just enough that I couldn't. You ready your sword in defense as the black elf guard swings his weapon. You push the blow aside, and we win. Oh, that's close. Raising your sword, you move forwards. Swinging heavily enough to shatter stone, you slash. You cut the guard down. I'm assuming the other two are going to notice us. You cut down the third guard, but hear the footsteps of the other two. You bolt the door, and the guard's angry pounding tells you they have no control over the magic that keeps it sealed. You've made it inside Mampang. You dash for the doorway and then gasp with relief. You are inside. Okay, can we change into, like, guard's clothes or something? This is a small side yard, with further walls between it and the bulk of Mampang. But it is still inside the Citadel. The shadow of Mampang falls over you like a cloak. It is as though the sun itself has dimmed, and you feel suddenly more cold and alone than ever before. But you have no choice but to continue. A voice in your head whispers, "Good luck," or fading into the murmur of waves. You have entered the Citadel of Mampang. Here no decision can be rewound. Holy... This is nothing but a small enclosure between the barracks and a smaller outer gate. It is most likely used for training exercises and the like. A brazier in the middle of the yard is dark. The side entrance was perhaps designed for the servants and lower classes who once served the sorcerers of the Citadel. It has clearly long since fallen into heavy disuse. A stack of crates rots in one corner, leaning over a heavy inner door that has perhaps not been opened in hundreds of years. Another door in the wall to the southeast seems more commonly used. Crates have been discarded over many years, with those at the bottom rotten to a putrescent pulp, while those at the top are more or less intact. They rise up almost to the level of the inner wall. Few guards march from the outer gate to the door out of the yard. The door to the barracks is hanging open. Peering in, you don't see anyone around. You will need to find a way further inwards. So, we can't do anything with this. You may only rewind to places outside the Citadel. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, just for a heads up, is from now on, if we die, it's game over, folks. So I'm going to try playing this as cautiously and as smart as possible. I'm not going to rewind back to this door every single time we die. So, unless we die, like, right now. But I'm thinking we'll be okay. Let's go to the crates. You make your way over to the stack of crates. They form a rough tower almost as high as the inner wall, but the wood is rotting and soft to the touch. You look over the crates, but can get no sense of what they contain. You open one of the lower crates, cracking the lid just a fraction. It appears they are filled with sludge, not gold. Alright, I'm not climbing them, because we're probably going to fall. Climbing would be suicide. The sack would topple, and if not, you would be seen. The tower and inner Mampang awaits. So, let's go through the old door. So what do we see here? This is probably filled with people. I don't know if, like, if we get seen, are we stuck? Probably. You step over to the door, which is set into a low arch in the heavy stone wall that shields off inner Mampang. It looks like it has not been opened in centuries. The hinges have rusted into red metal fists. The door is ancient. The handle is a large iron ring set on a rusted rivet. Surely it will not simply open if you turn. Let's try it. You reach for the handle? When at the moment a guard emerges from the small doorway and calls to you. You there, keep away from that. You go for the handle anyway. I told you to stop, the guard shouts. That door is... It is too late. Tiny needles flick outwards from the handle of the door, burying themselves into your palm. Oh my god. You feel the cold sensation of poison entering your veins. Your arm begins to stiffen. Too late, the guard concludes, turning away. Your hand is frozen into place on the handle. With your other hand, you flip open your pack, grasping for something which might aid you, but you have nothing of any use. Cursing, you allow the pack to fall closed. The poison is creeping up your wrist. Tug at your hand, but your fingers will not open and will not release the handle. Feel the poison crawling through your body. It has reached your elbows. Cut off my arm? There's only one option left to save yourself. You must stop the poison spreading further into your body and fast. With shaking fingers, you draw your sword in your weaker hand and raise it. It will be sharp enough to sever in a blow. Oh my god, I can't believe we're doing this. You bring the blade down onto your arm, but the blow is clumsy and weak, and you barely manage to cut through the cloth of your cloak. You pause, afraid. There must be another way, but as you try to think, time is slipping away from you. You feel the paralyzing poison creeping up across into your chest and across your shoulders until you are quite stiff. You drop to the ground. Darkness closes in. You need to rest. All goes dark. Then, you feel rough hands lifting your head. Something wet is in your mouth. Your eyelids flutter open, and you are looking up into the face of the guard. You open your mouth to talk, but find your jaw will not move. Give yourself a moment, he says kindly. I tried to tell you. That damn door is always nearly killing people. We should get it removed, but no one knows how to. How do you feel? You open your mouth to speak, but your tongue will not move. Don't worry, the guard assures you. The sensation will pass. You're just lucky we still had a little snakebite antidote in stock. He waves an empty vial in his hand. Can you stand? Try to shift your feet a little, and slowly they come back under your control. Thank you. Guard nods. Don't mention it. Your name? You mumble through thick lips. Oh, my name doesn't matter much, he replies. I'm not supposed to be helping strangers, especially now, with all this talk of the Analander. It's not like you're the Analander, are you? He laughs. Should I... What would... No. You shake your head. Exactly, he replies. The Analander would never be so stupid as to get themselves almost killed on a trap door like that. Thank you again. You take a few staggering steps, then nod to the soldier. Good, the guard replies. Take more care now. With that, he hurries back into the barracks building. Gasping and grateful for your life, you lean a moment against the stone wall as your eyes slowly refocus themselves properly. Alright, so we're down to 10 out of 17. We're slowly dying, or something. Let's cast a spell. We should be able to open the door, I think, right? I think it's with D, right? D-O-P. You cast the spell, and the door rattles hard but does not unlock. It seems to have been enchanted against such a simple magical approach. Alright, let's just leave. Step away from the door once more. I found one more clue. What have I found? There is no way from the outer yards of Mampang to the inner city. It is sealed to all. Really? So this is the outer wall, I think, right? It's the same, like, it's the same kind of bricking or whatever as, like, these outer walls here. So we're not quite in. Don't know about that. So let's go back into the middle of the yard then, I guess. What's this little thing? You leave the shadow of the door and step into the yard once more. The moon is high. A small fire crackles in a central brazier, and a few guards sit around it. Let's just chat. Stealing your nerve, you go over to the fire pit where the guards are sitting and take a place on the ground. One looks at you with keen eyes. Who are you, stranger? Just a merchant. The guards look at you with cold eyes. We deal with merchants all day long, one growls. Get away from our fire. They shuffle to close up any space there might have been. Alright, let's just go. You shrug and turn away. The company of guards is hardly desirable at the best of times. The guard by the fire talk in low voices. I'm not going over there, are you kidding me? Where will you look next? Well, we're going to the small door, apparently. You enter a shade of the barracks. The sound of gentle conversation and snoring echoes from the various rooms that lead off this hall. Closed door leads south. You pause to listen at the closed door to the south, and you hear the quiet sound of singing. The language you recognize. It is the common tongue of Analand. Really? You stride into the room. A horned humanoid creature stretches on a bed, but he is clearly not sleeping. He glances in your direction, opening a pair of exceptionally large eyes. They cover half his face, but the pupils are like those of a cat. Greetings. He nods slowly, as though drunk. You are from Analand. I recognize the features. You look over his face with growing dread. This is a Sightmaster. What is the Sightmaster doing here inside the walls of Mampang? He frowns, as though trying to remember something. As are you reply softly. You are a Sightmaster. The creature nods slowly. Well met. He smiles icily at you, an almost predatory look. Will you aid me? You ask. The Sightmaster shakes his oversized head. No. And are you loyal to the Archmage now? You ask carefully. No, he answers, but I can never return to Analand. How did you come to Mampang? You ask, but there is only one answer. Brought by the birdmen, he answers. It is the only way anyone comes and goes from Mampang. The mountains, lakes, wastes of the Backlands, they are all uncrossable. The people here believe they were destroyed by an evil sorcerer long ago. What did you do? You demand in a hollow tone. I betrayed one of my own kind. I led him to where he was captured, and was made to suffer, and, I think, killed, the Sightmaster replies, all for personal gain. I am not going to run him through. Then you will suffer in your turn, you reply. He nods, his horns moving sadly. As I had feared. There's nothing you can do here, but it will not be you dispensing judgment. Without another word, you turn and leave, the ashamed Sightmaster still staring at the ground. Yeah, I'm not gonna kill him. Probably get hurt a lot more than I would hurt him. You step out of the Sightmaster's room and close the door behind. You creep along the corridor. A powerful smell emerges from the smaller the smaller door on one side of the corridor. On the other side is what looks like a dormitory. You take a deep breath and then cough violently as you place the smell. The small door is a latrine, and the smell coming from it is truly foul. You could either go, you could go either way down the corridor, but lingering would be a bad move. Let's go up this way. You slip into the room, which is lined with cots. The beds are all occupied with snoring guards, with only a few exceptions. You begin slowly and carefully to make a search of the room, but cannot help blundering in the darkness. One of the guards stirs in his sleep. You back away, quietly away. Let's just sleep. You choose an empty bed and stretch out to rest. Despite the rough construction, it is comfortable, and you feel yourself sinking back into the mattress gratefully. To be surrounded by the gentle snores of guards reminds you of your training grounds in Analand, and you feel a brief moment of longing for those days of preparation. You do not need to eat more today. We're probably going to wake up to them surrounding us, but let's just get a few stamina back. You lie back and try to forget your troubles. You are protected here, and your rest is untroubled by dreams. Alright, we're in the dormitory. During the past day, you lost some maximum stamina, -3, so we only have 17 now. Entered the Citadel of Mampang, visited the barracks, and been shot. Not in that order. The Archmage is aware of you. You wake with a start, remembering where you are, and open your eyes to find a guard captain standing at the end of your bed. "So," she announces with a beaming, mean smile, "what have we here?" "Captain," you reply, saluting. "That's the spirit," she replies. "Now look lively before I set your mattress on fire." You get to your feet and the captain nods. "I can see you're new around here, so I'll go easy on you. But if you're lying in tomorrow, I'll have you scrubbing the latrine." You nod and head for the door. "By Dred's mouth," she cries quite abruptly. "Where's your uniform?" With that, she goes into the side room and reemerges with a guard's tunic and armor, which she tosses onto the bed. "Get into that, and get to your post." "Aye." She nods, and then she turns on her heel and marches out of the room. You lift the uniform. It is about your size. Nice. You gather up the guard's uniform and quickly pull it on. You will now pass as a guard. Perfect. At the foot of each cot is a small chest. There's also a table in one corner piled with papers and scraps of food. A smaller door leads off to one side. You shuffle the papers on top, finding little of interest. Letters to villages nestled in high Zaman, and a scorekeeping sheet for a dice game that must have been quite heated since it is splattered with blood. Beneath that is a missive directing guards to kill on sight a weary-looking man wielding a sword of foreign origin. I thought there was food. You glance over the cots. One has a strange-looking bundle of sheets on top. You cast a quick look over your shoulder. A guard might appear at any moment. You walk over to the bed, expecting some piled blankets, but instead you find a snoozing guard. He rolls and murmurs as you step close, but does not wake. You bash the guard solidly on the head, and his brief nap slides into unconsciousness. You flip open a few of the chests and rifle through them. Mampang's guards are a downtrodden lot, to go by their meager possessions. The first few chests you open are entirely empty. Most likely, the prospect of hot meals would be enough for many guards to sign up. The threat of violence would convince the rest. You open a few more chests. In one, you find a small pouch of gold. Can I, actually get some food? Through the small door appears to be a changing and storage area. A few cloaks and bits of armor hang on hooks on the walls. Time to move on. I thought there was food somewhere. I would sell this gold for food. Or rather, buy food with this gold. You step through the doorway into a small dressing area. Benches line the walls under racks of hooks. You paw through the cloaks, finding parts of uniforms. A hat here, a cloak there, a piece of shoulder armor, but nothing better than your current disguise. Pinned to the wall, though, there is a shift rotation scrawled in a rough hand. The list of names is large, nearly the size of a town's entire guard, assigned to the main gate and the side yards. Several groups are down to patrol the passes and the crater, while others patrol the outer walls. Just as you suspected, none of these guards seem due to go inside the inner wall. So I'm going to have to get out of this outfit if I go into the inner wall. You kneel down to look under the benches, hoping to maybe find a key to the gate in the side yard, but you only find a few old buttons and bits of ancient fluff. You return to the main dormitory. Slip back into the main dormitory room. Best keep moving. So what I gather from this is we can't actually get into the main gate wearing this, but we have to look for a key to get through the gate, I believe. A powerful smell emerges from the latrine room. On the other side is a dormitory. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Let's go this way. See if we can get some food. You stride confidently down the corridor, relying on your disguise to keep you out of trouble. Murmuring voices reach your ears from somewhere close by. You still your breathing and listen, catching a few scraps of conversation from the door to the south. Has Varric heard about the night watch? The Samaritans of Shin? Comes an angry retort. That is what he thinks. Damned Samaritans are scoundrels, but this is not their style. You lean down to listen at the keyhole. There's no need for them to worry about gates. Exactly, they can fly, right? Still, it's worrying, all right. There are hundreds of those blasted birdmen crawling around this place, the other voice continues. I'd kill the whole lot if it were up to me. I agree. Then there is a scrape of a chair and footsteps toward the door. You open the door to the room with the voices and stride inside. Okay. Inside, you find a guard mid-sentence with fists raised. Behind her, another sits at a table, toying with a knife. Her eyes narrow. Her eyes flick across your disguise. What are you doing here? This isn't your barracks. This is an inspection. She straightens. Well then, look around. Not much to see, I admit. Thank you. You glance into the room, eliciting a nod from the second guard. The room is bare besides the table. Anything else we can do for you? The other guard asks. Where is your captain? She's probably in the yard, kicking everyone into shape. She's easy enough to spot. The second guard beckons you near. She is in a right temper, though, so it might be best to give her a wide berth. Something about smugglers, I gather. Who else is in these barracks? The guard wrinkles her nose. Some sightmaster. Comes from a distant land, and I hear they can see beyond the horizon. The Archmage brought a group of them here to help watch the walls. Has his own room on account of how rare he is. Stuck up, if you ask me. What rank is he, you demand? How should I know, she retorts. All I know is he's a traitor. He killed his own sergeant. Perfect Mampang guard material, puts in the other guard ruefully. This is the strangest inspection I've ever seen, the other guard remarks. You've not asked to see our daggers once. Show me your daggers. The guards exchange a look. You want to see them now, do you? Not really, you admit. If you can't keep them sharp, you'll be killed. As simple as that. She nods. Fair enough. I am always in favor of easy inspections. You turn for the door. I'm not falling for some trick. I don't know if that's what she was doing, but let's just get out of there. You step back into the out into the hallway. The main yard beckons. All right, we'll head into the main yard next time. We've got to find a way to get over this wall, I think. Now that we're a guard, what I think is gonna happen is now that we're a guard, we have access to basically all of these places, so we can probably go out here, check out these two buildings, but we can't get past this kind of like checkered area, this brick. I think that's the inner wall. So, and then once we get past this, we better change out of our guard clothing back into something else, because this looks to be like a village almost. We're coming all the way up here and all the way up there, so my goal is to get as much stamina as possible, and I was hoping we could stumble across some food, because food was mentioned here in the dormitory, but we didn't find anything, so that's kind of disappointing. So, next time we shall continue out here, look for food, look for a way through this gate, and change our clothes. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you then. Take care. Goodbye.